Now, while hundreds of thousands of Egyptians take to the streets of Cairo to protest President Mohamed Morsi's unmitigated power grab, President Obama and the White House are cowardly, refusing to condemn these dictator-like actions. Now, listen to this exchange between Press Secretary Jay Carney and NBC's Chuck Todd at the daily briefing yesterday.
But you're not condemning it. To parse this, you're not condemning what he's doing.
I certainly don't have any. I don't have any new language to give to you today on how our view on it is. But
One of us wrote or said the White House is criticizing President Morsi. Would you say that was an incorrect statement?
I would say that we are concerned about it and have raised those concerns.
And joining me with reaction from the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, and Chicago Executive Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations, Ahmed Rehab, is with us. And guys, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Sean.
Ahmed, do you view this as a power grab? Is this the democracy that everybody was talking about, the Muslim Brotherhood that rushed to Hamas's side after the rockets were being fired into Israel?
Well, in the case of Hamas and Israel, actually the Muslim Brotherhood-led Egyptian government was the reason why a truce was reached. So I don't know why.
But the Prime Minister went to Hamas in solidarity with them and stood there.
In terms of the democracy in Egypt.
They went there in solidarity with Hamas.
The Egyptian people are capable of fighting for their own democracy. We took to the streets to bring about a revolution that overthrew a dictator. We're not going to let another one come in its place.
All right, so this is a guy that's referred to the Israelis as animals. He stood by his people, called for the destruction of Israel. And this is a 9/11 truther, the guy you're looking at on the screen right there, President Morsi.
I don't know where you get your facts, Sean. I don't know if this is just pull anything out of your mind and throw it out there. This is the game we're playing. He's a man who brought a truce to Israel. He brought safety and security to the region. He will be the reason why the peace process is being born again.
You call this safety and security, the Muslim Brotherhood, a terrorist organization that supports Hamas?
I'm calling the truce security.
Dr. Jasser,
I stand in opposition.
Dr. Jasser. So the Hamas, which has in its charter that calls for the destruction of Israel, and Morsi supports them, and the Brotherhood is a terrorist organization, that's democracy?
Absolutely not. And this is where this administration, as you see with Jay Carney and Clapper, who call them a secular organization, and others, they not only have no comprehension of Islamism, they've allowed them to hijack this revolution, which was about the Egyptian people that now are coming back to the streets to try to regain their freedom from an oppressor, which is the Islamists, which are worse than Mubarak because they're dictators on steroids that have a religious mandate of theocracy. And Morsi is worse than Mubarak. He's already sat with Ahmadinejad. He's working with the terrorist organization Hamas. And people like Mr. Rehab and this administration don't have the courage to speak out against Islamism, which many devout Muslims do. There are many Muslims on the streets that don't want the Islamists running their society. And unfortunately, we have people like Ahmed and this administration that don't have the courage to articulate liberty in the region and stand behind the people in the street and in front of them and lead change, real change for democracy.
Is this period, is it going to be viewed as the rise of the radical Islamist, and we are, and under Obama and Hillary Clinton, they are getting empowered by the United States?
Absolutely. We are completely useless. American soft power has disappeared in the region, and we are not advancing freedom at all.
So you've had your chance, and you've used it to spew lies. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
I have been very clear in my position. Don't interrupt. I've been very clear in my opposition to the Muslim Brotherhood and to President Morsi. I was, in fact, in Egypt to vote as an Egyptian, and I voted against both Morsi and the remnant of the Mubarak regime, who was his opponent, Shafiq.
Tell me where this administration, by the way, you're not that relevant other than your role in the Muslim Brotherhood. However, this administration is relevant in our national security. Our national security is relevant.
In the Egyptian context, more than you can ever dream of being.
Hang on a second. Ahmed, are you a member of the Muslim Brotherhood?
No, I'm not a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. Are you, Sean?
Do you? No.
Will you condemn their ideology?
Dr. Jasser just said that. Did you just say that, Dr. Jasser?
Absolutely. Council on American Islamic Relations is part of the Islamist movement globally, and he was marching in the streets in Cairo as part of the Islamist movement.
where I stand in Egyptian politics. I'm allied with the progressive liberal
Ahmed,
movement in Egypt.
condemn Islamism for us. Will you stand against political Islam?
I will not condemn or demonize those with whom I disagree in Egypt. We will move forward on the principles of this revolution, which is freedom,
Islamism will not move forward.
Justice.
Islamism is a supremacist ideology that will destroy the Middle East.
Talking points like you are, Zuhdi, which you get paid to do as a sock puppet for the Islamophobia movement.
Oh, that's great. When you have nothing else, all you do is stoop to attacks rather than deal with the subject. It's clear your character is such that you don't know how to deal with the subjects at hand, which are the ideological
this evening. As always, thank you for being with us. Let not your heart be troubled. Greta's next to go on the record. See you tomorrow night.